everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat, and I'm here today with an image from Imagine That Digistamp called A Little Behind, and I will make sure that I put all of the colors that I use on the screen for you. And Kim from Kimber's Creations was not doing well. She ended up very sick, and I wanted to send her a card, and I know that she loves pigs, and so that's why I chose this image. And actually, when you purchase this digital image, it has a couple different things in it, and it also has the colored images as well, like I did the Christmas tags the other day. So it's beautifully colored images if you don't want to color. And Kim did ask, and there what it was called, and I wanted to let her know, but also that I checked, and there's a Christmas pig tree. Thought you would like that. So I'll make sure I link this one in the description box, and I will also link the Christmas piggy tree, which is not what it's called, but to me it's a Christmas piggy tree. So I will link that for you too, because they are adorable. And this was a real simple image to color. My only problem is that I wasn't sure how pink to go, and I looked at other colored images of pigs, and some people did them bright, some people did them light, so I tried to pick something in the middle and was going to hope for the best. And I hope that she liked it. She mentioned, or she messaged me and told me that she got it, so I was very happy. And I hope that it brought a little sunshine into the storm she's been having in her life, because I know what it's like not to feel good. And but my husband should be right at this moment having the procedure, his colonoscopy, for today, and I could not help myself, people. I have continued to laugh and giggle all day, and he just kind of looks at me like, what is so funny to you? And I'm like, oh, nothing at all. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go back and watch the video prior to this one, because I nearly peed my britches. So hard. Oh my golly, it was funny. So here I am coloring inside the little pig's ears, and I just did E00 and R11, and then R11 and for the little nose holes, so that they would be a different shade. And then for the hooves, I did W3, 5, and 7. The pictures I saw had black hooves, or like a dark brown, I think. So, Kim, if I didn't do these right, I really apologize. But you got to give me, a little leeway here. One, I'm colorblind, and two, I don't have a pig. I can't. All I could do is refer to pictures and hope that I got the right shade. So, if I didn't do it right, I apologize. And I just go back over the little nose with an R5 because I didn't think it stood out enough. And here I'm drawing or coloring in the mud, and I use E21, 23, and 25. And I could have done it darker, but I was afraid that if I went too dark with it, that it would blend in with the hooves. So that's why I chose the lighter shade of mud, I guess. And but I know that you can color it any way you like, and for all I know, pigs might have pink hooves. I'm not sure. So I would suggest looking, or if you're colorblind like me, asking your daughter or your husband what color a pig's hooves are, because I was not sure. I probably should have waited to color this, but when I found out Kim had been ill, I wanted to send it so bad, and I knew exactly which image I wanted because I had seen it on the website, and I was like, yep, I know exactly what I'm going to send her. And so I got so tickled about sending her a card that I didn't take the time to go and ask anybody. So I'm hoping I didn't flub it up too bad. And I end up cutting off part of this mud, so I didn't even really need to color the entire thing. I had planned on going in a different direction with the card. And I mean, completely different direction, because like I actually was going to go horizontal and ended up doing vertical, and had a completely different idea in my head when I started. And then I decided that I wanted the pig to look like a Polaroid and like it was your pet, because I'd love to have a pig for a pet. My husband says I can't, but I would love to. And if I had a pig for a pet, I'd know what color their hooves were. Now, see, all the more reason he should let me have a pig. I'm gonna have to talk to the man. And so what I ended up doing was I wanted it to look like a picture that you would hang on your corkboard or something. So I used the Say Cheese again lawn fawn set to cut out the eye, well, dadgummit, the Polaroid. There we go. I started to say iPod. I don't know where that came from, but from through Polaroid. Now, if you do not have a Polaroid die, let me know in the descriptions, and I can show you how to make one without having a die, and you just have to use a paper trimmer. So if you'd like to see how to do that, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to show you guys. And but I was being lazy and used my die. And then I go to color my bow, and I flubbed up. I was like, no, I was so mad at myself. And I accidentally used B69 instead of B66. So what I had to do, if you noticed, I did some tip to tip to try to blend from the 69 to the 63. And that will explain to you, why I had to do that, because I messed up and grabbed the wrong marker, which lately I have been doing that a lot. I don't know what my problem is. And so we're getting ready, and I don't know why. I'm just, using my Recollections scissors to cut him out. I cut him right on the line, and and I go over it. I don't even think I show it actually, but I do go over it with my black dual tip Memento marker, because I wanted to, I always do that. Anytime I cut out an image, I cut right up to the line. I always do that because I don't know, it makes a big, in my brain says it makes a big difference. Your brain may not see it that way. And whichever you do is fine, because you don't have to do it like me. Because my goodness, if everybody in the world did things like me, it would be a very boring world. And there's the Lawn Fawn Say Cheese die. And I just cut it out of some white. And now I'm just trying to figure out what color I want in the background. Do I want like blue for the sky? Did I want green for like grass? And so I finally make up my mind and decide to go with the blue for the sky. And I could have probably even put in a piece of die cut grass across the bottom. That would have been cute. I never thought of that till just now, so I'm going to have to check that out. So I trim this down so that it fits behind my Polaroid, and get my piggy in there so I know that she's going to fit and where she's going to be. So, and I also put little tick marks so that I know where to cut it off at, and two, I know where to put it back at whenever I go to glue it down. And because I cannot seem to, if I don't make a mark, you can forget it. It ain't never going back in the same place. I don't know what my problem is, but here I'm just using my art glitter glue, which you guys know I love, and I get from Honey Bunny's Treasures. And see there, it made it perfectly easy to line up, and I just had to erase a few little tiny lines and trim off a little piece that I missed. And I'm using now watch, I got this right this time, guys, my 1/4 inch score tape. Ha! I knew, I was just like, I am not going to forget if it's a quarter or an eighth this time. I'm not. And I just kept telling myself I was not going to forget that. So I just used my score tape to put it down because I wanted it to hold real well. And actually, I had thought about putting a magnet behind it so that Kim could put it on her refrigerator. But I'm not sure how if there's a problem with doing magnets, you know, a big heavy magnet on a card, if that would be a problem for the post office. I don't know why I think it would be, but that's where my brain goes. And I just did a computer generated sentiment that says, "So sorry." I love puns, I have to admit. So sorry you're not feeling well. And so I go ahead and I get that glued down with my ATG tape, and I need to find myself some like a tack, but you know, something that's flat and doesn't stick up too much, because I mean, I know I could use a brad, but that's not what I'm really wanting. I'm wanting like a tack so that it would actually show that it was supposed to be like hanging on the cork board. That would have been a cool idea. Then just some fun foam there to prop it up. And remember, I told you originally I was going to go horizontal, and it ended up going vertical. So I have to recut my paper to have it go a little different, and I have to work with it a little bit to get it the correct size. And then I just glue that to the inside of my card. I hope you guys like this video. Remember to practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat. And I will put a link in the description box for all of the little piggy images over at Imagine That Digistamp. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.